Well, hello everyone and welcome to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is our Sew Along Saturday. We are still working on our Preppy. What we should have done now is we should have assembled 60 of these 2 squares with the sashing through the center of them. I have half of them set aside here and the other half set aside here. I only have to do 27 because I went on and did 3 of them, trying to see which would be quicker to do. Should I do them all at one time? Yeah, that's really the easiest way to go about this. So guys, hope you are doing great. You probably recognize I look the same as I did yesterday and probably tomorrow. And today was supposed to have been a full recording day. But guys, I'm just going to tell you. I'm going to get on and just start sewing my sashings here. I know you can't really see down on my table. Let me see if I can pull you back and so you can see a little bit more of what's going on here. Okay, maybe you can see a little bit more of what I have going on here. I have my sets right here. I have my sashings right here. I am going to set them down here below me. I'm getting everything out of the way so while I'm sewing, I'm not getting anything tangled up. So today was supposed to be strictly a sewing and recording day today. That's not what it was. Not what it was at all. But it has been very productive today. First thing I had happen today, I had to get up and get my grandma's scrap quilt over to the quilt shop to be long-armed. Y'all will see that Friday in a week. I had started to release it yesterday, but I had my fat quarter shop box come in and I'm like, nope, I've got to do this first. And so that's what I did. Got you guys the fat quarter shop unboxing. And guys, wasn't that a pretty box? Now tomorrow you will see my Creative Notions box that came in. And oh my goodness, guys, I'm in love with that box. I love that box. I am so happy that it charged my account before. Well, that's one that I paid for in November. So that one didn't charge my account. So, but it looks like Creative Notions is going to have some changes this year that are very exciting. They have a professional designer, I think is what they said. Don't get me lying. I have the box over here. But y'all will see that box tomorrow. And I know I said, if anybody is in Tammy's Facebook group, the Siberian Win, I know I said I did a thing and it was going to be in the updates on Monday. It's not going to be in the updates on Monday. I'm sorry. It will have its own video because I realized that the thing I did, it's going to take a little while to show you guys. It's fabulous though. I'm so excited about it. You know, you probably can tell I'm a little sniffly and congested here. I'm still trying to get over the allergy onset I had from going down south, and then it didn't help that I went back on Thursday, I think. Yeah, I went back on Thursday. I went through Caldwell Parish, LaSalle Parish, Grant Parish, And, of course, and rapide spares, and there's nothing but pine trees. And I know people say you're not allergic to pine pollen because it's too heavy. Well, there's something about pine trees I'm allergic to. I don't even have to touch them. And my head starts well, first off, my nose closes up completely. I can't breathe. And I start sneezing and my eyes start watering. The whole allergy thing happens. So if it's not pollen, it's something else. But I know I'm allergic to pine trees because I had an allergist tell me that. And when I say an allergist, yes, I did the little pin test where they scrape you on your back like 100 times with something that looks like a teeth flosser, a dental flosser or whatever, a floss pick. And yeah, so I am allergic to pine trees. And I don't know what's going on, why right now they're so bad. Because normally it's not until it starts getting warmer that I start having trouble with them. But I'm used to it by now, but I just sneeze a lot. And I sound real stuffy. So it's not painful, it's just irritating. Y'all see me lining up all my sashings here on these pieces. I'm doing the 15 pieces, and then what I'll do is attach the other 15 or actually it's not 15. No, it's not 15. It's 27 and 27. Once I get the first 27 done, because I already have 3, we're making a total of 30 of the 4 squares with the sashing between them. We're making a total of 30, and I already have 3 done. See, my math don't do right a lot of times. And it is late at night. And I'm just going to tell you guys, I have been loving this week. Even though I know a lot of people got a lot of snow. We did not get anything, but we still had office closures. Tuesday morning, pretty early, we got some snow. It wasn't a lot. I mean, but we got snow Tuesday morning. Not even enough to cover the ground, you know, enough to land on the vehicles, and just so enough that we could tell it's snowing. But our counterparts down south, man, they had it bad. And I say bad, and I know a lot of places are like, man, y'all didn't get anything. An inch of snow in Louisiana is monumental, okay? When you normally have, you know, 114 degree days in the summertime, and in the winter, you may dip below, I mean, seriously, we may dip below freezing a week out of the whole winter. But we have been pretty close to freezing now. We've been 40 degree days. And like for us, where I live, 40 degrees might as well be freezing because of the conditions. Our pipes and all will still freeze. Because, and I know a lot of people are like, no, there's no way it's not 32 degrees. Yes, it is. Where I live is shaded, and there is wind, and that real feel is a real thing. it could be 40 degrees with a real feel of 25. Just because of, you know, on the side of my house that my water lines and all come through. Because it's all shaded. I have had my windshield wipers freeze on my truck because I park on the back side of my house, which is the north side of my house. And the front side just be all sunshiny and everything else, but my windshield wipers be done froze. But it is elevated too. It is off the ground and in the wind, and you know, it gets cold. And tonight, before I came in here to record this, I knew I wanted to do this, and I wanted to have a fresh brain and all that. So I took my parents to eat. We went and ate. And because I was really feeling some quesadillas tonight. And there is a restaurant in a neighboring town that has quesadillas. They were good. But now I got to get back on my eating right. You know, I've ate bad since the trip, so now it's time to do it better again. And I had actually earlier today gone and got this stuff. How I lead myself back into eating better is, I know I'm not supposed to have bread. Not supposed to have it. But how I get myself to go back eating better is I'll make like tuna fish sandwiches. And the mayonnaise I use has the either avocado oil or olive oil in it. Because we are getting away from the seed oils. You know, we don't eat seed oils at all if we can help it. But if you eat out, you can't help it. They're going to cook stuff in vegetable oil. Things like that. Now, we do have places that we go and eat that they will cook stuff in lard just for us. And so, you know, we just, you want to eat out sometimes, and places just don't really cater because it's cheaper to use vegetable oils, and, you know, it's just cheaper to use seed oils. But I will be getting back on my eating how I should tomorrow. No more soda, because I tell you what, I miss soda more than anything. Because I am addicted to a Coke. And when I say Coke, I mean Coca-Cola. I love Coca-Colas. So to get out of drinking the sodas, I will go back to my Sprite Zero with cranberry juice in it. And then from there, I'll go to water with strawberries at Sonic. And I know that's got a little sugar in that. But this what I'll do is I will go to the, you know, that, and then I'll go straight to just water or milk. Now, if I have a tea, it has to at least be half and half, and I don't drink artificial sweeteners because you might as well be drinking sugar. They do the same thing to your blood sugar. Or mine. It does the same thing to my blood sugar. And I know everybody's body is different. So, mine, I can't have the artificial sweeteners because it does the same exact thing. You know, as real sugar. Or processed sugar. But, anyway, today was supposed to be just a day of sewing, and I was going to do my recording for the weekend so I could have a day to do house cleaning, because I'm doing some pretty steep house cleaning here. And that didn't happen. I ended up going shopping. So, but after shopping, I got home and I'm like, well, I've got to get some sewing done. I've got to get some recording done. And not that I've got to, I want to. I want to do some sewing that's not quilting. I want to do some garment sewing. I still have those shirts for me that I want to make. I'll have an outfit for my grandbaby I want to make, and I still don't have her measurements. So I can't make hers yet, but I have my measurements. I know what mine are. But I am probably going to make myself a top because I just don't like a lot of the clothes they sell nowadays. And I know I'm not a skinny mini. I know it. I don't want to be one neither. But I don't like the clothes they have in adult size. I mean, I may be a bigger woman and I may be an older one. I'm not old. I may be getting older, but my goodness. I mean, I don't want to wear a sackcloth. I want to wear something that's pretty. So, have to make it myself, I guess. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. I am going to be sewing some garments for myself. I've got 2 different things of fabric that I want to use. I have the red flowers that has a black background, and then I have a green and brown, I think. I would like to get to organic fabrics because I know my skin would thank me. Have y'all noticed the older you get, the more... Now, I see like my nose and all is itching right now. I'm still dealing with this stuff. The older you get, the worse it is for all these fabrics and stuff. It's not even what you wash them in. Sometimes it's the fabric itself. All these blends and stuff. I mean, you're putting chemicals on your skin with your fabrics. So, I mean, you have to change that too. If you're changing what you're eating, you need to change what you're putting on your skin. And there's so many things that are convenient that are just so bad for us. But, you know, I'm not going to lie. I still use it. I use my Tide. Yes, I do. I use my Tide. I don't know how bad Dawn dish soap is because I'm not going to look because I use it. But I actually have a different thing that I wash my dishes in. It's called Orange House. I mean, years ago, I got a little sample in the mail and I used it. Y'all, it's fabulous. So I went online and I ordered a whole case of it. Do you know you can't buy it now? Cannot buy this dish soap. which is very upsetting because I love the dish soap. And I just noticed the other day, I had to get another thing. I don't use a lot of dish soap, though. I don't do dishes in the dishwasher. But when I wash dishes, I don't use a lot of dish soap. So a whole case of it has lasted me. I use about a bottle every 3 or 4 months. Just because it's just me in the house for the majority of the time. And I will use paper plates, plastic cups, or I just don't eat at home anyway. But there's not a need for me to use a lot of dish detergent. So I bought a case, and when I say a couple years ago, I mean 2 or 3 years ago for sure that it was purchased. And now, I looked the other day and I think I only have like 4 bottles left. So that puts me in panic mode because I really like this detergent. It's not hard on your skin. It is an organic dish soap, and it cuts grease just like Dawn. And it smells good. Okay, we are almost done putting our sashings on this. Now, the second part will go a little slower because when I do pin, because I have to make sure the sashing on the top piece and the bottom piece matches up. You don't want them to be off because then they look bad. There's no other word for it. They look bad if they're off. But I am really looking forward to, let's see, tomorrow. When I say tomorrow, I actually mean Saturday, because it is Friday night and I am sewing for you guys for the Sew Along Saturday. I do have some things that I will state in the updates on Monday night, but I'll go in and say it here. First off, the I did a thing that will not be in the updates on Monday. It'll have to have its own video because it's that great. So it will probably be Tuesday then that y'all see that. And let's see. Also, I know I had stated I was going to do a D-Stash February the 2nd. That's the first Sunday. I will not be doing a D-Stash that day. But if you guys have been watching, you know something else is happening on the 2nd. That is still happening. That is still happening. I still need to, I still have some videos that I want to get to you from our trip. I like to break that up into several different videos so it's not confusing, because it is different towns that we went into. So I don't want to confuse anyone, but this will just, if you see them, just know they're all within, 30 minutes. I'm going to say 30 minutes of Arnaudville. And easily, because most of them we did in one day. Most of it we did in one day. In half of a day, actually, because each day The first day we were there, we had reservations to go eat at Little Big Cup. And after we ate, we went back to our little cabin that we had. It's not a cabin, it's a house. You know, the little house that we had. We went back there, and yeah, I'm going to tell you, when we go vacation like that, half a day we'll sightsee, the other half a day we are piled up in our moo-moos on the couch, watching movies, cross-stitching, resting, reading, you know, all the good things. All the R&Rs, you know, resting, reading, relaxation. But we just spend like half a day going and seeing things. And then we enjoy the foods too. And then we spend the other half of the day enjoying the house, you know, being able to be in the house. And we cook. We mainly only cook breakfast, but we carry things to snack on for dinner or for night. But that's just how it is. So, okay, guys. So, I've got 27 of these done. And we're in this about 28 minutes. So, let me break out my little trusty Caddy here. Y'all, this is linked down in the description. I am an Amazon affiliate. I do receive a small commission if you purchase this. When I say small, maybe a couple cents. But this thing is great. It's a little caddy. It's a Dritz caddy. It's a double magnetic ends. And I got needles on that end. It's got a little cubby in here that I keep my little screwdriver for my needle in. I keep some extra needles in there. But it's great. So if you're interested in this, it is linked down in the description. It is a Dritz caddy. I don't remember exactly everything it's called, but it's a Dritz caddy. And someone suggested I go to a 90 needle. I had mentioned that I was having trouble with my thread breaking. I went to a 90 needle. It did break. But let me tell you what I did. I don't know if this is going to help or not. I did, I had to redo another bobbin. So I cut my thread at the top. Like I always do. I cut it at the top. I did a new bobbin. And then I rethreaded my machine. I still have the 90. It is a universal. It's a 90, let me see what it's called. A 9014, 90-14/14, whatever it is. And so far it's okay. It hasn't broke a, you know, I haven't had a thread break, but that doesn't mean anything. I was told to get a 90 top stitch needle. I don't have a 90 top stitch, but I did have the 90 universal. So if that won't work, please let me know. I mean, if that'll make a big difference, let me know. I will order some, or I'll go pick some up. I can pick some up tomorrow. Miss Ava told me today when I dropped my grandma's scrap quilt off for her to long garment, she told me that my Santa gnome would be ready tomorrow. Or today, Saturday. So it may be ready. She said she thought it would be ready this afternoon, Friday afternoon, but it wasn't. Which is fine. No rush. No. Absolutely no rush. Okay, I'm looking to see how I have to press these, and I press them away from the sashing. You would think this would press to the sashing because you've got these extra seams there, and when you press away, wait, let me see. Yeah, it doesn't show. Well, it shows to press away from the sashing. So that's what I'm going to do. And for me to do that, of course, I have to take this off because I've got quite a few, and I'm going to lay these up here because these are the ones that I will be attaching to the other side. All right, guys, so I now have all of the sashings on the long edge now of my 27 pieces. And instead of doing the next 27 onto this, I think what I'm going to do is call this a night, because I do have to pin these at this sashing here to make sure they line up. And that's going to take a little while. And we've already got about 30 minutes into this. So this will be concluded next week. Next week we will be putting together our complete 4 squares. I hope to have some scenery changes for you guys by then. But if not, it's still in the works. Everything around here is in the works. But I really appreciate you coming and sewing with me today. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this. If you have not yet subscribed, please click that subscribe button and tap on that notification bell so you don't miss a single thing. I do a lot of Come Sew With Me's and our sew-alongs. We do a sew-along every Saturday. Currently, we are working on the Preppy quilt. It is a free pattern. The pattern is linked down in the description here. If you would like to join us, feel free. We are taking our time on this. There is no rush. We are enjoying putting this quilt together. But every Saturday, I try to have a sew-along at 9 a.m. Central Time. And every Monday night, these are kind of things that are in stone. Saturdays mornings, my Saturday morning sew-along. And Monday nights at 5 p.m. Central Time is my updates. That just kind of gives you a wrap-up of everything I did the week prior. And in between, who knows what it could be. It could be shopping hauls. It could be unboxings. It could be, hey, I'm working on something, but just come sew along with me. Not necessarily a sew along, just come sew with me. And we'll chit chat and have a good time. But I have some things that are coming up that are paid for patterns. So I'm just going to be able to sew, and I can't really show anything. So none of this will be seen because it is a paid for pattern. So just out of respect for the designers, you know, they did a lot of hard work, but I will, anytime I have something like that, I will link down in the description where you can get the pattern and the fabrics. I get most of my patterns and fabrics from Stitched in Faith. They are in Mangham, Louisiana. I will have them linked also below. Just for your curiosity, if you want to go check them out. If you are ever in that area, feel free to stop in and see Miss Ava and Miss Sheila. They're the ones that I normally see there. When I went earlier today, Miss Sharon was there also. So if you ever stop in, just say hi to them. Tell them I sent you. They know who I am. They know when I walk in that I don't know how to walk out without buying something else. So, but guys, thank you so much. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I do try to respond on each and every comment. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, guys.